What's going on, Movie Maniacs? I'm Matt.
And I'm Zach.
And this is the previews, everyone's favorite part of the movie. So last week, we did something a little fun. We did something a little
bit different.
A little bit different, right? We said this week we weren't really interested in all the movies that were coming out, just because we didn't want to either A, waste our time, and B, just shit on a movie just for the sake of shitting on it. Like, we didn't want to do that. Yeah. So we put up a poll to you Movie Maniacs to see what film or show you wanted us to review.
Yes,
and
by a landslide.
By a landslide. It was like the 2020 election. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so so what ended up winning?
The Boys.
The Boys.
Yes, our first TV show. We're going to be reviewing
and
on the channel.
I'll drink to that.
Yes.
I'll drink to that.
Yes.
And to many more that'll probably end up coming out if a show is of this popularity, which The Boys is right now.
Yes. So The Boys, starring Tony Starr as Homelander. So good. We'll get to it.
Yep.
Then we got Erin Moriarty as Starlight. Then we got Jack Quaid and
Carl Urban.
Yep, as Butcher.
Yep, and then of course my '90s crush Elizabeth Shue is in this show as well. And I'm probably gonna just apologize from the get-go. I'm gonna say film a lot because this movie is literally just a
an 8-hour film, pretty
exactly.
much.
That's exactly what it is. So start off, Zach. I'm going to pose this question to you because you are sick and tired of all these superhero movies coming out. You thought Endgame was okay. You thought Spider-Man Far From Home was okay. But most of the other movies you thought were poop this year, except Shazam. You like Shazam?
I did like Shazam, yeah.
Okay, so does this keep that road going where you hate superhero films? Or do you actually you know what? I like this. I'm on board.
I am 100% on board with this show. I am full force. This show did so many did a completely new, unique idea on superheroes. And it was just such an interesting, intriguing idea because I am a true believer that if superheroes existed today, this is the way it would be.
I could not agree anymore with you.
Yeah.
I thought this was it almost seemed like it was behind the scenes of the superhero industry. And we'll call it industry because there's a lot that goes in the show. Now, this review is going to be spoiler-free. We might talk about some little points here, but we're not going to spoil any of the ending because damn, that ending.
Yeah, that ending.
It's really it's a behind-the-scenes look at how the superhero industry would operate in today's world.
Yeah, in the end, they're just saying it's about the money.
It's about the money. It's about the politics. It's about how you market. It was just so interesting. It's so new, and it was a breath of fresh air. Actually showing these superheroes how they act behind the scenes and what you see in the news are total opposites. I would say this is as much political commentary as it is a superhero movie.
Exactly. And just because what I just kept thinking in my head is they're acting this way because who's gonna stop them? These superheroes, nobody can stop these superheroes.
Yeah.
I guess what has really reeled me in is just in the first episode when Starlight first gets into the Seven.
Oh yeah.
When she meets the Deep, at that point, it just, I was hooked immediately, absolutely immediately, and I might be setting the bar pretty high, but this might be the best first season I've watched of a show.
Damn!
Might be. I don't know if it's still the hype. I mean, I won't even say that because I actually watched it. I watched the series twice.
Damn!
And it was just as good the second time.
I'll put it this way. What got me hooked, and this isn't a spoiler alert, it's in the trailer. There's a character that's built up in the first episode, and you're like, oh, she's probably going to play a pivotal moment in this. She immediately gets annihilated the first 5 minutes into the show. This show is predicated off of the portrayals of these superheroes, right? The guy who played Homelander.
Yeah, and Tony Starr.
Damn.
Hats off to you, sir.
If he doesn't get an Emmy nomination or Golden Globe nomination, there's something wrong with this world.
I haven't seen a guy be so charming yet so menacing. Like, but I mean, again, behind closed doors, on camera, in front of the whole world, most charming, charismatic, good-looking guy.
Yeah.
So, and when behind those closed doors, the most menacing dickhead.
He was just so good. I didn't want the good guys to lose. I was like, I didn't want any of them to die. I didn't want anything to happen to their families or anything like that. But I was like, dude, Homelander's out here sniffing people out.
Yeah.
I am just... Holy hell,
Yeah.
get me out of here.
Yeah. And again, doesn't take away from the rest of the cast.
No.
I mean, because I'd say who also brought his real A game, probably his best performance is Carl Urban as Butcher. Really, really stood out in this show.
He
Just calling everybody.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Yeah, I felt his beef with the superhero.
Yeah, and let's put it this way too, like, this show gets really, really dark. Like,
really dark.
Like really, really dark. I'll tell you, just because they're superheroes in this show doesn't mean you should be showing your kids this. Like, this is a hard. This is a hard. I would say if this was probably released in movies, it might be NC-17. It might
I
be
wouldn't
close.
go that far.
There was a lot in it, but we could have that argument. That's a different.
Yeah.
But this is a
Yeah, who
hard
cares?
R.
Yeah.
This is above Deadpool. You know, this is above Blade. This
Yeah.
is really a R, mature audience only. Like, I wouldn't even feel comfortable watching this with my parents. Like, there was a lot of parts. There was a lot of parts in this, you know, that get really dark. And with Carl Urban, I liked with his character. I liked how he embraced like the darkness, but his quips were so funny.
So funny.
And it was
like the conversation he had about Jesus.
Oh,
it was hilarious.
Hilarious. I mean, and that's what this show does so brilliantly. There are times where it is slap out loud funny. You're crying, you're laughing so hard. There's also parts your jaw drops. You're like, holy hell!
No,
what's
because
about to
that was.
happen?
I mean, because I know when I first watched, I did mention this to him. Was some, I guess, an issue I had with it the first time I watched it, because it was again a very dark tone show.
Yeah, it doesn't. You wouldn't guess it from the trailers or anything like that.
And there were those moments where they try to be funny. And I feel like it didn't work that much, at least the first time I watched it. But then when I watched it the second time, it was definitely a lot funnier.
With this show, it was just an experience. You know,
It really
we're getting you know, clubbed over the head, and I enjoy them with, you say it, the same movie, MCU, the same movie over and over again, you know, in different ways. This is how you re-energize the superhero genre. Okay, so overall, what are you thinking?
5, baby.
Whoa!
5 horny dolphins out of 5.
Oh, damn! Whoa!
I'm doing it. It was incredible, dude. It was incredible. And again, I watched it a second time just to make sure I wasn't just kind of lost in that very new idea of superhero movies, because I kind of was maybe thinking that because I was just so intrigued by just that idea. But I rewatched them and it was just as good.
Dang.
Yeah, I went 5.
Well, Zach, I hate to disagree with you, but I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm going 5 box superhero action figures out of 5.
There you go. There we have it. The boys, watch it. It is fantastic, obviously, by our reviews. Yeah, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss anything. And tune in next week when we're going to be checking out Ready or Not.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah,
and
this guy is excited for it.
I'm really excited for it. I think it looks solid.
I think it looks all right. What's really going to drive it is how this family interacts. And from the trailers, I'm not fully hooked yet, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a movie maniac. But also leave some comments down below to let us know what you thought about The Boys, because we had a hell of a lot of people go ahead and vote, say, hey, review The Boys, review The Boys, review The Boys. So we did it. So let us know what you guys think, and you know, maybe what your likes were and your dislikes were, so we can actually go ahead and have a conversation about this.
Yep.
So we'll see you next week on the previews.